What's going on, you guys? This is Tiffany the Garden Goddess reporting from my backyard, here to give you guys a quick update. Hey Bruce, Daryl. So just starting off, the first thing you probably notice is this really cool canopy. My stepdad actually gave me this, and he actually bolted it into the ground, which is awesome. My next step, so I think in the first video, which I will put a link to, I said that I was going to maybe tear this up. But I'm actually going to keep this. I just bought a power washer, and I plan on chipping this paint up and then getting some really nice patio furniture. If you look over here, you'll see that I put a whole bunch of dirt. So I just layered this with newspaper, wet the newspaper, and then I put a lot of compost on here because I really want to make this a nice like tropical plant area. I have a couple of plants already over there, but over here I'll probably end up putting like a grill, scoot these little concrete slabs together, and I'll put a grill there. In this little corner over here, you'll see that I do have an apple tree, brand new. I bought it bare root, and it has little red flowers on it, which is exciting. This is a Honeycrisp tree. I love Honeycrisp apples, and they're supposed to do really well here in Texas. So I have it right here. This tree is doing the best because look at my other tree. When you have apple trees, you need two of them. So, you see this poor little tree is getting full sun, and the little leaves are like struggling. Also, I don't know if you can see, but I have a whole bunch of, there we go, eggs and stuff hanging out on these trees. So I will be spraying this soon. I have not decided what I'm gonna spray on it, but I was already told, I called the extension office, that apple trees are hard to grow in Texas because of the sun, and also pests love them. So I don't know if y'all remember me. Oh, you see that little worm? I mean, they are not playing with this apple tree. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to spray this thing. The extension office told me that it doesn't do well in the sun, so I did buy some shade cloth, and I'm just gonna prop it up around this apple tree and just have to start spraying it. Over here, one thing I do want to note, a whole bunch of plants, but I have two goji berry bushes that I actually grew from seed. I bought the seeds from Baker Creek. So I have this one, and I have that one back there in the purple pot, which I'm actually excited about putting in the ground because I do have a bush area. I haven't decided if I want this area to be vegetables or flowers. This just came up. I don't even know what this is. If y'all know what this is, let me know. But just put a whole bunch of dirt here, put up a garden bed. This is a tree that I had trimmed later last year, and I really like the tree stumps. I just stuck them over here, and a whole bunch of random rocks that were left on the property. But haven't decided what I really want to do in this area. Like I said, I just want to create a really nice, landscape garden area for this little sitting area. Now coming back over here, there will be a path this way that leads to something. I don't know, but I want the path to be lined with bushes. So we go back to the goji bushes and fruit trees. So this right here is an aronia bush, and once again, it has bugs all over it too. Yeah, so gotta spray this thing too. Yeah, they are not playing with these. Anyways, aronia berries are really healthy, really good for you. This gets really, really tall. So I might end up planting maybe an aronia bush over here, something to help out that poor little apple tree that's struggling. Speaking of apple tree, so before I even called the extension office, I put an apple tree here, there we go. And what happened, so the full story behind this apple tree is I was planting one here and then there's a hole somewhere over there. I was planting the other one over there. While I was planting this one over there, which is no longer over there, I moved it over where we first saw it. My dog Daryl, do you like sticks? You see his stick right there? He thought this was a fun toy. So he took my apple tree and used it as a stick and broke it in half and started eating it. So I did apple tree surgery and tried to use popsicle sticks to like put it back together. It didn't work. It first storm, it like bent. So I was like, okay, and I just left it in the ground. And this is what I got. It started flowering and everything. I was like, okay, and actually it's flowering more than the other one. And the leaves aren't, this is a Honey Crisp too. So I called Gurney's, great company, and told them that my dog ate it and that I want to know how to fix it. And they're like, don't fix it, we'll just send you a new one. So this is a Honey Crisp, and we saw the other Honey Crisps flowering. And then the one that's kind of struggling is a Granny Smith apple tree. So once again, tons of bugs and stuff on this. So we're just gonna have to spray this down, but it's doing really well, and I love Honeycrisp apples, guys. So we're back to this area, tons of leaves. I haven't really figured out how I want to compost. I see the compost piles. I just don't think I'm gonna be that great at turning it. I think it's just gonna be a smelly mess, and so I want to look in to getting an actual barrel, like a really nice barrel. I've seen tons of them. I just need to choose. It's just so many. This area is going to be either a tiny home or some type of shed. It's a pretty large area. Once again, I haven't started. I will probably start building in this area over the next 6 months. I really just want to make a good decision on what I want to put here, but I would like it to be something that I can make some money off of, Airbnb or rent, and keep this little slab here so that they have access to the property in the back and not have to bother me. So here's the infamous greenhouse that has caused me so many issues. I love it, actually. I got it from Amazon. It's not a bad greenhouse. On each side, it has little windows that you can lift up if you want to get a breeze in there. But don't do that. Do not do that. I promise. What happens is where it's located, if I go to bed and the garden door is not all the way shut to the bottom, or these are left open, the wind catches it and flips it. It's been flipped like twice now. And it's ruined. Well, you guys saw yesterday in my video yesterday what's growing in my garden. It didn't ruin them, but it really bent them up. And you just don't want your seedlings to be traumatized like that, because you just want to give them the best start possible. But whenever you have a greenhouse, you want to make sure that it's facing the sun, or the part that's catching a lot of sun is facing the south, which is exactly what it's doing. This came with some racks. A lot of people online was complained about the racks, but I didn't think it was that big a deal. These are, I don't know, old peat pellets. So to help with the flipping, what I did, and I'm going to put some more bricks, is I put some bricks down there in the corner. These are just old bricks that were on the property, on, just around the edges. And I'm going to put some more bricks. And I'm also probably going to, now that I really don't need this, I'm probably going to use this to store all my soil, because I have like this ridiculous pile of soil by my back door, which is unnecessary. So this is my greenhouse. It's very warm in here. I thought that in January I could put my tomato seedlings in this bad boy and they do great because it is so warm in here, but they didn't. They still got really cold. We go back to this area. So this essentially is going to be, if we kind of do a wide scope here, back there along the fence where it's still kind of shaded a little bit is going to be where my chickens are going to go, pretty much on the other side of that tree trunk. And I want to do this is the garden bed, but I want to do a really nice archway here, and then do garden beds along here and there. And just give the chickens a couple of places to like roam, I guess. Places that I can kind of let them loose, especially at the end of the season. They can clean up my garden beds. I don't see them leaving this area. So it is going to be like a fenced in vegetable garden, probably do a compost pile garden area. Um, I really want to do more fruit trees, so I need to find more trees that are a little bit more appropriate for my for the temperature here in Dallas, Texas. So strawberry bed, vegetables. As if you can remember from my previous video, that's my living earth bed, soil building systems, and my happy grow bed. Now, all my garden beds are on an irrigation system along with the stuff that's in pots. That is a video to come. Right now, I have a very ghetto irrigation system because I had to take apart the one I had at the old house and just kind of makeshift it here. A lot of fixing and, is this going to work? Maybe it won't work type stuff. So, that's what's going on with that. Now this fence I actually had added on maybe about a month ago because the dogs were wreaking havoc. I don't know if you can see. He was running around here's another hole starting. He's like digging holes, so I'm just going around sticking rocks and holes and stuff. So if I'm not in this garden area with him and I just need to let him out, this is kind of their area. Also, it gives me one single place to pick up poop. Oh, another hole. Look at that. Which is fine. I do plan on putting some type of seating, a dining room table. There's another faucet over there. So this is one area that I just haven't cleaned up. But you'll see my irrigation system I have kind of running. This is a very old house, so I'm trying to make the cords look neat and be along the house. And because in the front I have a lot of flowers. So let's go there. All right, so in the front yard, I really wanted to focus on pretty plants, not so much food. A lot of the Boston ferns were on sale, so I just have them hanging from the ceiling. But you see, I also have an irrigation system running over here. It also runs onto my front porch into these flower pots. It'll also, I plan on putting maybe some hostas or some type of shade plants over here, but you see the irrigation system's running over here too, because there's actually not a water line in the front. And then over here I just had some pots that came with me from the other house. I have some mint and my Gerber daisies, which I love. Also here I have a miniature snap pea plant, and I have plenty of snap peas on here. I need to harvest those. This is a cool garden bed. Luckily, I let spring hit before I dug it up and started using it for my own purposes because this is a bed full of daffodils. I have no idea how to take care of daffodils and I still need to clean up the bed. There's a lot of stuff going on in there, but it was a really cool surprise. So in that little doggy area, the irrigation was kind of going around the fence because I also planted these Rose of Sharons. I have them at my other house and I really love them. And with the irrigation system, I just, it's just a sprayer, nothing fancy. But these are doing so well. Like I literally just put them in maybe like a month or so ago. And I'm really proud of them. They're really sprouting up. This one just sprouted. It's taking the longest, but I still think it's going to be a really pretty bush. So we will walk back over here because also what I'm doing, and if you guys have any advice about this, but I made a brand new garden bed from scratch. And this is pretty much shade up here, and I planted some bulbs, some lilies of the valley, some, what else is this? I don't remember, cinnamon ferns. A little bit, it's coming up a little bit, but I'm still kind of struggling. I'm great with food, but I'm still learning a lot about decorative plants and shade plants and stuff. So that's what we're trying to do here. All right, so that is a quick tour and update of my garden. I really want you guys to stay up to date with me. I'm gonna do videos as often as possible. You will slowly and gradually see the change. If you want to see what my garden looked like, what, 4 months ago, just 4 months ago, how much has changed, there will be a link below. If not up here at the top, I need to figure out how to do that. Anyways, I love you guys. Thank you for following me. Have a blessed day. Oh, like and subscribe. Like and subscribe my videos if you like them. If you want to see more. Bye.